Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. Welcome to Gas Station Studios. I'm your host, Lucky Motherfucking Larry.
I'm your co-host, Sportsbook B, the best that ever did it and got away with it.
And I'm the lucky man for the new year, Dino Dollars.
Dino Dollars, listen.
Hitting 82%.
We want to say...
Look, he know his percentage.
First off, I want to say happy New Year to everybody, you know what I'm saying? And here go Dino with that bullshit again. Now you've been consistent out of all. You've been really consistent, and
I added it up it's been 82%.
82%.
82%. Yep.
For what? The last what?
The last 30 days.
Last 30. That's you had a really good.
Right.
Okay. Today we start over because it's the new year.
Yeah. Listen, man. Let's get the losses out of the way and finish and win 5 days in a row.
So today, 1-2, we start over and. We're going to keep track of everything, and we're going to be posting it on the show, live on screen, so y'all can see the records.
I'll keep track of it at home.
Because we're transparent. We're transparent.
We're going to keep track of it on the thing.
Yeah, we're not trying to hide shit. We're transparent.
So keep a piece of paper right here.
No. And then it's going to be on the screen. This is
on the screen.
This is Top Bet Plays. We're going to be all the way transparent with our subscribers and our audience.
Put that on the screen then.
Yeah, it's going to be on there.
So let's jump right into it, man. Let's talk about the college football game earlier. We gave out Alabama plus 2.5. 2. We gave out, I think it was 2.5, right? Or was it 2?
I think it was 2.
It was 2.
Depending on what site. It's just so many fucking apps.
Depending on where you got it at. And me and Dino liked.
But either way,
it lost. It lost. It didn't get there. So we rocked with you. And they had a chance. They pissed their pants. But, good game. Good game. I mean, it was a really good game. I mean, I felt like they both had opportunities to blow this game wide open.
As good as a game it was, it seemed like it wasn't because I don't seem like I saw the real Alabama. Now, Alabama came out the second half and put the stomp down and did what they usually do. But on the last drive, they just couldn't stop Michigan offense and let them drive all the way downfield with like 3 minutes left and score a touchdown and take it to overtime, which was not good because our quarterback actually wasn't playing good yesterday. So
that's why they play 60 minutes, man. You got to play the full game. You can't, I knew Alabama would come out the second half and be. I didn't think they would be as dominant as they were in the third quarter, but at the same time, they didn't complete the task. That you're supposed to go in the third quarter and finish that off.
Yep. And I watched Alabama's defense be discombobulated a couple times with wide open receivers, all because of emotion. I'm like, is motion making you motherfuckers confused now? Because when I didn't ever bet against Alabama, they was gonna rock your shit. I don't even know if they sacked the quarterback today at all. I didn't see a sack. Since I turned the game on, I didn't see him sack Michigan quarterback at all.
I mean, they put a lot of pressure. I mean, well, listen, the running back for Michigan is pretty dope. I mean, I like Michigan's team. Blake, they got, you could tell they got something. But listen, they're gonna run up against this Washington team, and this Washington team, that kid Penix is special, man. I mean, I don't know what it is about the left hand quarterback and the way he throws, kind of like Tua.
Yeah,
man, it looks different. It looks different when they throw the ball. Everything about them, and Washington comes from a Pac-10 school, and I don't know what's going to happen in this game. This is going to be a great championship game. So right now the line is not out yet. What do you guys think the line should be? The
line is definitely going to be Alabama. I mean, not Alabama. Excuse my French. Fuck. Michigan. I think it's going to be Michigan like 3.5 to 4.
I say 2.5.
I think 3.5 to 4. And hold on, let me give you the stats for Penix last night. He was 29 for 38, 430 yards, and 2 tugs. I mean, he killed in Texas. In Texas, it was the only team this year besides Michigan to beat Alabama. So they were expected. It was expected to be Alabama and Texas in the final.
Listen,
and it's a total opposite.
I don't know why you think that was. I mean, well, yeah, Texas was a favorite, and Alabama, maybe Michigan and Texas. But I can tell you this: they're not going to give. I haven't seen any lines yet. It's not out yet. They're not going to give Washington any respect. I'm going to go on a limb and say that
That's
line.
why I said 4.5, 5. Or you think it could be higher?
I'm going to say that line's going to be 6.5, 7. That's my take. They're not going to give him any respect.
Because once you beat Alabama, you the big dog.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean they're not going to get a Pac-10 of respect. I mean,
hell no.
No, I just don't see it. I just don't. I think that number's going to open up at 7. It's going to stay at 7 for a minute, and then it'll swing, whichever way. But I mean, because they're playing in Houston, so that's a little bit closer to Michigan than it is Detroit, and Houston is right there. That's like a home game for them. I'm going to say that line's going to be 7, and I haven't seen any lines at all. You said what, Dino? 2.5?
Seen no
I
lines.
think 2.5 maybe.
Right.
So look, in a fairy tale world, imaginary world, right? Let's say Washington and Michigan play, and they got Michigan minus 6.5 to 7. Which way would y'all be leaning towards?
I just got to see. I got to see. I'd have to wait and see a little bit.
Would you think that was too many points in the championship game, Dino?
No, not at all.
Just a college. So would you take a 6 or a 7 in a Super Bowl?
Yes.
It depends on who's playing. It depends.
I think that's too many for a Super Bowl.
It depends on who's playing. Bro, there's been some blowouts in Super Bowls. I mean, if you go back history-wise, there's been some blowouts. It ain't been no,
But usually it's 3.
Nah, man. I can remember back in the day.
3 or 3.5.
I can remember back in the day the Broncos being, 7-point favorites.
What you talking about with Jim Kelly now?
No, yeah, I'm talking about
Elway?
Yeah, Elway. I'm talking about all them. Peyton Manning.
I'm talking about in the last 10 to 12
Yeah,
years.
if we go back and look at those lines, I mean, listen, it's a little different. Listen, I can tell you right now, if you got the 49ers if you got the 49ers and Baltimore in the Super Bowl, you tell me that line's going to be 3.5 again? On a neutral site? Hell no, that line going to be 6.5, 7.
Yeah, because the Ravens is dog, so.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Shit, I done seen it when it was 10 and the favorite get there. Pull gas the whole way. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys back in there, man. Listen, it's some games that I know that.
Can I give a future free play right now?
Yeah.
My future free play right now, I'm giving it to you right here. 1-2-24 top bet plays is the Ravens to win a Super Bowl.
I'm not on that yet. He's gotta prove to me he can get out the first round. Because he's done this before, and I know it's a little bit different this year. Go ahead.
Yeah, just like the proven. This is the year of proof. Just like Michigan, they ain't never got out that motherfucking round. Like they always losing. You know what I'm saying? So and they finally won. So maybe it's the year. It's the year of the new big dog.
I don't know, man. Listen, it's hard to beat a team twice, and I do think the 49ers. Yeah, fuck yeah. Listen, the problem is this. Well, the problem is...
Wait, so you think the 49ers are sealed to go from their side?
Shit, fuck yeah. If the 49ers had the best chance... Or I'm going to tell you something else, and I mean, people going to say whatever, but don't count the Cowboys out, man. Don't count them out.
No, you can't count them out because they could put points on the board.
They could put points on the board.
How bad was that call the other night?
I mean, listen, I've seen people go in, and I've seen people go out. I've seen people say that it wasn't the correct call. It was just, I don't know. All I know is the ref said they lost, and that it has big implications. And
the only people it hurt was the money line for Detroit, because if you had Detroit, you won anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of people bet Dallas money line, so that helped them. But it didn't hurt you, because how many people really bet Detroit money line?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people bet Detroit money line.
They probably took the points too.
But listen, but that's not the biggest implication. The biggest implication is the fact that could have been them staying home for a playoff game or going for that was the fucking. That's what the real problem is. Yeah. But listen, don't count the Cowboys out. Don't count Detroit out. I'm just saying. I mean, don't count these teams. Yeah.
Because Miami got there. By the way, Miami got their ass whooped.
They did, but don't count them out either. But some teams play better as dogs than favorites because the pressure is on them as the favorite, and they pay attention to these lines and the spreads because they come out in the paper.
And Lamar Jackson, like Larry said the other time, that's the MVP right there. You should have bet them that week, man. That would have been a good play.
Listen,
so boy got rid of that ticket. That Brock Purdy, he made his money.
It's toilet paper. It's toilet paper. That ticket.
And someone bought it for $100,000.
Yeah.
You idiot.
He's plus 1,300
You
today.
shithead. Brock Purdy, fuck out of here.
It's toilet paper.
That guy's got to be sick.
Fuck out of here.
The guy who
He thought he'd make a quick 75 grand.
he just this is easy money.
I'm making 75.
Yeah,
grand.
this guy's fucking Jesus.
Wait.
Wiping his ass with that.
He
piece
bought it
of-
for 100, right?
125.
Oh, he didn't get it for the
No.
the flat 100.
No,
Fuck no! I would have told him fuck off.
Yep, he went to 95, then he wanted 100, then it went to 100. Then Brock Purdy played a really good game. Then it went to 125, and he sold it at 125.
Oh shit!
Now it's not even worth the
He's
2
a
grand.
cold hustler. He can
Not
sell
even
water
worth
to
the 2
a
grand. The
whale.
guy, maybe you know what? It's a tax deduction for the guy.
Yeah,
That's about it.
It's
Hey,
gotta
and you
be.
know what's so cold? The mind of the person that got off the ticket. He knew he's a visionary.
Bird in the hand,
he saw
man.
it. He saw
Listen,
this wasn't going
I
to
don't know
happen.
about you guys. All of us would have took 100 times your money, 10 times. 2,000 for 125. I would have took it. You would have took it.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
Could-
yeah. I mean, yeah.
In that scenario, because you were saying that, hey man, anything could happen.
And you know what's sad is that the narrative that they're pushing is they started to push this narrative
With that
about McCaffrey.
Yeah.
He should be McCaffrey
Oh,
should
the
be
MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
fuck
like,
out here.
get the fuck
Did you
out
see
of here.
his anytime touchdown this week? Minus 700. It's the highest.
Damn.
Christian McCaffrey. It's the highest of any player for anytime touchdown. And did he score?
That's bullshit.
Nope.
He didn't score.
Didn't score.
So that's when you bet against him on a plus 700.
Well, he
Like
probably
what
get
the
plus
fuck?
500.
If he doesn't score,
it's probably
yeah.
4 something. They, you know how slick.
But
they
yeah,
are.
he didn't score at minus 700 anytime touchdown. It was the most prop bet of the week for BetMGM.
It was the most bet prop bet at
Yes.
minus
For
700.
an anytime touchdown. Yep. Everybody was like, "Oh man, I'll pick up an extra 1,000. I'll pick up an extra 10,000." You know, people think they're going to pick up an extra money.
Laying
you know?
7 to win 1. Like ain't no
It's not worth
motherfucking
it.
way.
It's not worth it. Those odds, man.
There's more bets out there.
Yeah.
Tune into the program. We'd have something for y'all.
So this, listen. I mean, this is a very. Let me get back to my Hilton contest too, because
Oh, yeah, what happened
I
with
was
the
2-3 this week, and I took the fucking Dolphins. I keep telling you I can't, but you know what, B? My 3.5, right? The 3.5. Some told me
Yeah,
it
you
went
went
down.
against
But,
it, yeah.
No. But what happened was it went down to 3. But on
Oh.
the Hilton, it's 3.5 no matter what. And I kept saying, damn, the number went down to 3.5 because I bet the Thursday night game, and I lost on the Thursday night game. So, man, I mean, I'm not going to win it. I'm out of the race. I'm still in 11th place, though, so I can still collect some form of money. I might win 25,000, I might win 10. So I still got to finish the week out strong. So
Yeah, 5-0.
I'll do good this week because I'm out of it. And I'm like, fuck.
You'll go 5-0.
Yeah, I'll be like
5-0.
5-0. You be like, all right, yeah, I got this money. But listen, I still got to do it because that could be the difference between me getting, 7,000 or
Correct.
40,000.
Listen, the guy at stations this week, there was 2 players left for the 150. One guy, you have to pick. It's the line, like you.
Yeah.
Pick. So one guy had Denver, one guy had the Rams.
Yeah.
So they figure, okay, Rams are going to cover. There was like 30 seconds left in the game. Kick the ball to the Giants. We'll split, and it's the last week, so they don't go to week 18. It was going to split 75,000 each.
Yeah.
The guys were at the book. They showed them, and the kickoff return, Giants ran it back for a touchdown, and the Rams only won by 1.
Unbelievable.
So the guy lost the 150, and the other guy won the 150. So you never know.
A fucking kickoff return.
They were both at this. They showed them live. They were like, "Yeah, we'll just split the 75." They were at the casino ready to split the money.
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's crazy. The other guy had to be fucking sick.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. The Giants ran back a kickoff return.
Now here's the
touchdown.
question: you win 150,000, the guy just loses 75,000. Do you throw him 1,000?
I give him 1,000. I
Or do
give
you
his
say,
money
fuck
back.
you, get out of here?
I give-
Scram, beat it.
Well, you could. Or yeah, you
Scram.
You know what? I give him $500.
You
Wait,
500.
That's it? Fuck. So
I don't
hold
know,
on.
motherfucker.
So let me take it
You
back.
don't owe him shit.
Hold
That's
on,
exactly right.
Hold on. Let me reverse this. Let me take it back in the scenario. So one had the Rams and one had the Giants.
Yes.
But they're both sitting there.
Yeah, they're at the
about
book.
to cover.
So they're trying to make a pat on the money.
So
No.
what-
They were not
going
chopping.
head-
They were
they're
going
going
head to
head-to-head.
head. They were going head-to-head.
The Rams kicked it off to the Giants.
And that was the last play. And then the Giants ran it back, got a touchdown. They went for a 2-point conversion because they wanted to win the game, and they didn't make it.
Yeah.
But regardless, the guy wouldn't have won anyway.
The guy wouldn't have won.
Because it goes overtime, it's always 6 you can get.
So if he just kicks it off and then they just run the clock out.
That would have been the game.
Yeah. Now they both won the game for the day, you're saying.
And that was it.
And then now they just say, look, instead of us battling us out, let's just split 150. We take 75.
But they weren't. Yeah. They didn't want to do that.
No, they were going to do that. They were going to do it
after this game.
And then
after this game,
and the guy kicked the kickoff return. So now, let's say I got the Rams, right?
Yep.
And you got the other game?
Giants.
Broncos. So you already won.
Yep.
Right. And now I just need the Rams. So I just got to kick it off to these motherfuckers and
it's the Giants.
Yeah, it's the Giants. Just running off in the game. But he runs it all the way back. So before that, I'm like, well, we'll just put a 75 piece. You're like, yeah, cool.
Because you're thinking you finna win the game.
And then as soon as they do it, the guy kicks it off, all the way back. And now
he's like, no, man, we said after this week we were splitting.
Yeah. Did you see was the other guy cheering for the
They didn't show that, man. They didn't show that.
He was probably like, hell yeah, get this motherfucker. Woo, he's probably that motherfucker turned up.
And I found out that the Circa one, they decided to chop, but there's still $2 million left for the winner.
Oh, so they chopped with two. How many people chopped?
There was 4 guys left. And
so they chopped?
They split up $7.5 million, and they left $2 million on the table.
So whoever officially
for the winner,
wins,
gets another $2 million. Well, that's pretty fair. That's a good one. So I think the guys got like $1 million something.
So everybody
got like $1.8 million.
Everybody got at least got $1 million something.
Like $1.8 million.
And the winner's going to end up getting like 3.8.
Correct.
Damn.
So you got something to play for.
How much is that circuit contest?
What was it, $1,000?
I think I'm gonna enter that next year.
Well, what I might do is I might take like 4,000 or 5,000 and just
get a couple.
Just do a couple of them, and then that way I'm good to go. And
that's what I think most of the guys buy like 5 at a time.
Yeah. It was 5,000. You got a chance to win a couple hundred. I mean, but you gotta have. It's got to be a real strategy to that. It ain't. Just,
I think what you got to do is you got to get a wall, put all 18 weeks up, every game.
Yeah.
And then put the team like a little sticker, who you're going to have each week on how it's going to be. I think that's how you got to do it. And you could switch up as teams playing, but the first couple of weeks, I think you got to plan the whole 18 weeks out at once.
So the question is, do you take the? Yeah, that's just got to be a good strategy. I like to see.
There's a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work because you can't.
It's no points, so you don't want to take the big favorites in the beginning. You want to save the stronger teams for the middle of the end.
Yeah, but
if you get knocked out, you get knocked out. So what's worth it saving then?
Listen. At the end of the day, there's got to be a sweet spot for these guys, right? And I guess what I'm saying is you can have a team that's a -12 or like the fucking Eagles, and they lose outright.
Correct. Yep.
It doesn't matter.
And so there's no points.
No points.
So you just have to know when to pick that dog that's going to win. That's the hard part.
You can pick a favorite every week.
But I'm saying
once you pick a team that's out, you can't use them again. Once you pick a team, if you pick the Giants the first week, you can't use them anymore for the rest of the contest. That game is
so you got to go.
You only get to pick one team one time.
So you got to use half the NFL basically to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listen. At some point though, what happens if you get to a team that hasn't won a game all year? Because that's happened in the past where a team is 0-15.
Detroit Lions.
Shit. And you like, damn, I got to take these motherfuckers.
You got to take them to win week 16.
You got to do it. Well, you don't.
No, you don't.
You can take them in the last week.
No, you don't, because there's 32 teams.
Correct. That's right. You don't have to pick the shit team.
You don't have to pick.
You only have to pick 18 winning teams.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So you're not picking the Carolina Panthers.
No, fuck no, hell no. Those are teams.
But then you're going to weeks where if 2 strong teams are playing, you're off that game. You want to pick every week the better team against the shit team, better game against the shit team.
Yeah.
Like this week, like Ravens against the Dolphins. Even though you're like, man, the Ravens are going to get there. You don't want to even make that decision. You want the team that's
Dino Dollars. Yeah. Hold that thought. We got to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with Top Bet Plays.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free. Why am I in this woman? Wanna be free. Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about
you. You know, it's not about being perfect, but being perfect for the job. You've made mistakes, slipped, but you fell upon greatness. And just when life thought it had you against the ropes, you found a way to come out on top.
Welcome back to Top Bet Plays. We're going to jump right back into it. We're going to start talking about tomorrow's NBA, or today's NBA, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm on that. So we got a couple of games that I wanted to go over with you guys. I want to start it off with, what did I start off? What did I say I wanted to start it off with? I had a game that I wanted to start off with you guys, and that game will be the Celtics and the Thunder. That's a great game for tonight. Boston Celtics -3, 2.5. Totals 239, 233. It opened at 233. That's what it had on the thing, but it's 233. So it's Boston Celtics right now currently -3, and the over is 239. What are your thoughts on that game? Any thoughts?
MVP. They saying Shai is looking like the MVP of the league right now for the first half of the season. So OKC is pretty tough at home. I don't really care who they're playing no more. Boston, they don't pump no fear in my heart. I know they got a couple guys out there that's doing their thing, but it seems like Boston is missing something.
You think so?
It seems like they're. I don't know what it is. They got pieces. They got Kristaps Porzingis in there playing the big man, but it seems like they're missing something. In OKC, it seems to me like they ain't missing shit. They ain't missing a meal, and they just balling. They just pass, swing, ball, D. They just doing what they got to do, and they just no excuses. They just taking names and pouring gas on motherfuckers.
So Dino Dallas, this is one of your teams.
Yep.
I mean, this is one of your teams getting +3 at home. This is one of your bets.
1-4 in a row. Celtics look like they're on a 5-game win streak.
So yeah. So what I look at, either bet with them or bet against them. So that would be a game either.
Well, that's usually what you do when you make your bet.
Yeah. Well, I don't just
you bet with them or you bet
I just
against
don't
them?
like some guys say I always bet the Thunder no matter what. So sometimes listen, the Saints this week I bet them or bet against them. So
right.
No, but that's going to be a good game and
you have it at 2.5 right now, Larry?
So no, I said 3 right now.
Is that 3? So okay.
So listen,
okay, it opened at 2.5.
So here's the thing. I will say this about OKC and Minnesota. I personally feel like you're going to see one of these two teams do what the Atlanta Braves did in baseball, win all those fucking games,
and then
do what the Dodgers did, win all those fucking games,
and then discombobulate when
and then get to the playoffs and Remember I said this. What's this? The first? January 1st? Remember I said this, that I believe that OKC will fizzle out, and I said that Minnesota, I'll say that they'll go a little bit further than OKC just because they have a lot of veterans on that team.
Yeah.
And I feel like that'll give them the chance. OKC will do exactly what the Atlanta Braves did, is win all these fucking games and get to the playoffs, and then they'll...
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about Larry Blair. Congratulations to Trevor Bauer. He signed a 4-year, $100 million contract with the Braves today.
Oh, didn't he?
Yep. They brought him back from Japan.
4-year, $100
because
million?
all that bullshit was all bullshit, man.
Yeah, man. The Me Too movement is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, that girl was fucking... I mean, like... Damn, man, you cost the Dodgers. If I'm LA, I'm pissed because
he was a good pitcher.
Yeah. And that could have helped the Dodgers down the stretch. And I mean, her text messages and all her shit was fucking banana. If you know anything about the story,
I saw that. You know what's good about him? He still was owed money from the Dodgers.
Yeah.
He didn't sit his ass at home getting $18 million or $12 million a year. He went over to Japan and played.
Because he knew he could probably going to be back. He got to keep his shit
well, he
tight.
didn't know he was going to be back, but he figures, listen, man.
Well, I think they had the evidence,
Pause.
and he was like, "Yo, we just got to go through the court proceedings."
And I want to stay.
And now they need to go find that bitch, and they need to go dig deep into her background and pull some up on her.
He said he spent $200,000. He says he knows he'll never get the money back, but it was the principle of it.
He spent $200,000
going after her. Yep.
To go out. So now she's going to owe him money.
Yes. But he said he knows he's not going to see a dime, but he didn't care.
She's going to owe it for lawyer fees?
For lawyer fees and bullshit.
But she'll be in debt for the rest of her life. And if she do come up, it'll be a lien.
Yeah, but he made a statement.
If she get a house, correct, a significant amount of money, it's going to be a lien on it. And
I got super lucky. The person that I had my litigation with actually paid.
Did they?
Yeah, they paid. So... like I got super lucky that they made payments and
that's good because your attorney fee is probably more than what you're going to get.
Well, yeah, I still lost money though.
Yeah, correct.
That attorney fee is crazy. They should.
Yeah.
They
make all the money.
But you got the same thing happening in the hip hop right now. You get the Game.
Oh yeah, she just filed another lawsuit.
And
like you want to get her $7 million because she said he touched under her dress. Something. Who can confirm that shit? Like this is. Shit, we can't even confirm ever in life. So how are you going to give her $4 million, $7 million?
Listen, she went to court and won. She got confirmed.
No, I'm saying, how can you confirm the act? If there ain't no video.
If there's other people there or something. Like I said, we won't know what was in that courtroom unless you probably could pull it up. But it was confirmed some way, somehow. The jury believed that it was right. I get what you're saying. You're saying that, like, how do we know in 1979? But this wasn't 19. This was recent enough. And she must have had some kind of evidence, i.e. Cassie, to let him know what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so, he put everything in whack name.
Yeah. So, listen, now you know why. If you got the money.
No, he said he paid her $500,000.
Listen, you got the money like P. Diddy, you didn't even want to go to court. Yeah. You didn't want nothing coming out. Pay him. That's it, right?
It's just the beginning for P. Diddy.
That's it.
I promise you.
Because everybody's going to come out of the woodwork now. If he's writing checks.
To say someone was flirting and then award them millions of dollars, that's a lot.
And in my lawsuit, I had people tell me
accident injuries, people don't get that much money.
Yeah, I had people tell me that I should have just settled in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But when you know that you're right, when you know deep down in your heart,
right is might.
When you know deep down in your, and I knew deep down I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't have any sexual misconduct. Mine was a business transaction. But what I'm saying is, when you know you didn't do nothing wrong, I was like, fuck that, let's go. And listen, it was bleeding the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The attorney's calling, going, "Hey, buddy, you owe $60,000."
They're getting $800 an hour. They call you up. They charge you $800 for a phone call. You ever print out? I see it. They go called. Half an hour, they rounded it up, $800. I go, $800 for a review. They get if they get mail in from your case, review mail, $2,000.
Yeah,
review mail.
You're like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I mean, like that shit's crazy. So when you're dealing with that kind of situation,
I know.
Most people just say, hey, give it up and just. And I had people come and go, hey, just settle out, man, and be done with it. And I said to myself, I said, if I settle this case, what happens is that I put a target on my back. And it opens the door for, you just said it, Dino, you said he's writing checks. Now everybody's going to come get a check. Yep. And that's what happens is, listen, motherfucker will think twice. A motherfucker will think twice about trying to sue me in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because now listen, if I did something wrong, we're not going to get to court because I'm going to be a man and I'm going to go and own up and say, yo, hey, I made this mistake. I did this, I did that. And I'm going to take care of it. But listen, if I didn't do nothing, I'm fighting. I don't give a fuck, man. And that, you know what? And I always say this because in the system, as far as you wouldn't know nothing about this. This is a black thing right here. Yeah, this is a black thing right here. In the system, they railroad young black men every day at that courthouse. They don't have any evidence on some of these kids. No,
they want is a conviction
right.
to make their record good.
Exactly.
And they bullshit the young kids. They scare the young kids.
Sometimes they have no fucking evidence or nothing. They bluff these people and they bluff them, and they don't have the means to fight back.
You know what I always said, and my dad always said that? When judges and prosecutors become liable money-wise, they'll stop with these bullshit-ass cases that they know they're wrong, but they don't care because they're immune from all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
How many guys you see in jail? You talk about black guy. They just released him. He did like 22 years, and they said they knew it was a lie, and he got out. They go, oh, the city gave him $2.5 million. I'm like, how the fuck is $2.5 million worth 22 years of your life?
Right.
Well, it's $100,000 a year. No, it's $100,000 a year in prison.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the state of California, so he's got to pay taxes. And the lawyer probably took 40%.
Yeah, right. but there's some projects out there, and I know some people that have done that, and they got a little bit more. They end up getting like $12 million.
It still
ain't worth it.
You want to go to jail for 20 years for $2 million? No.
Fuck no.
Your life is over. These guys get out at 60, 70 years old. Your life is done. You stop a marriage, kids.
What can you do?
What number can you put on that?
I know a prosecutor once from California, and she told she's a good friend of another friend, and she said, Larry, innocent people go to jail every day.
I told you, best story I remember. My dad told me. I told my dad. He goes, when he was in prison, he goes, you never ask someone what they're guilty of. He goes, you ask them what they're accused of, and he says what always bugged him at night. He goes, you're in prison. The cell door slams, and he says you hear guys crying, man, like babies. And he goes, the thing that always bugged him was every couple of years he had to go to a different prison. There's always one guy, and you don't lie to other prisoners.
Yeah,
you're there, you're talking. There's one guy that says, man, I actually didn't do it. I'm innocent.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's the shit that where you're like, where? He goes, yeah, I didn't have money for an attorney. I had to use a public defender, so I didn't do it. And there's always a guy in every prison that he went to, Kentucky and everything. One guy was innocent because they have no reason to lie when you're sitting around other inmates at night talking.
Well, some might do, but some don't.
Yeah.
But on that note, Dino, we're going to go to this next NBA game we have on the slate for tonight, and that's the Brooklyn Nets versus the New Orleans Pelicans. New Orleans Pelicans minus 6.5. The total is 229.5. And this is one of our games.
The Pelicans, man.
They just haven't been playing good. They've been
playing good.
Yeah, but
listen, all these teams seem to win like 4 or 5 games in a row,
and then go on a shit
and fall off.
Like the Lakers, same thing, man.
It's like they all kind of hit that stride. Boston. I mean, they all kind of Houston. They all kind of hit that stride when they're hot.
Correct.
So I think that may be the trend here for this year. Is just when you see that team that's on a 2-game winning streak, you might as well fuck it. Let's just ride them 3 games. They might get to 4 or 5, and that's it. Then they go. Then you hop off of them. You find the next. You hop on the next train. You know what I'm saying?
Now, is it because we expected to have Zion 2.0 this year, and he's somewhat out of shape? Then he's dealing with a matter with a porn chick that's study stalking him on social media.
His tattoo might be hurting him. That tattoo might be sore.
I don't think that dude gives a flying.
He got a tattoo.
That dude is down in New Orleans eating some of the best food possible. I don't think he's out of shape. Everyone keeps saying he's out of.
They said he's looking big, man.
Remember how fat Shaq was at times? Shaq got heavy at times later in his career.
Well, Shaq said he was out of weight, but Shaq.
No, I'm sorry. No. Charles, Rebound Barkley.
But Shaq and Charles are some of the people that's saying that he's out of shape, but looks like he's too big. And they played, so they would know.
Correct.
They're like, he needs to slim down 10 pounds or something. He need to get a little bit off of him. But he don't care. He like, y'all played in the 90s and the 2000s and shit, whatever the fuck. He like, man, you know what I mean? But like you say, the Pelicans, I can't figure him out. Ingram really wants to be the man, and he's really putting that foot forward to be that. But I think Zion is more unstoppable. I think he needs to get in that Zion 2.0 mode so I can really bet on him and feel confident because you don't know what's going to happen with these motherfuckers. And the Nets, they've just been playing good with their understaffed team. They hang around.
So let me look at it like this, B. Let me look at it like this. So let's go here. Let's go to What's today? Oh, today's the
Second.
Today's the first.
Today's the first, man. We're here on the first. We're working on the first. We're the only people working
I'm
here
sorry.
on the first.
Today's the second. It's
Right.
the second.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The games were on the first.
What
Games
are
on the
y'all
first.
talking about? Y'all both owe me a sandwich and capriati.
No, I was thinking when the games played.
So, what I will say is this. Here you go. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I was screaming that the Brooklyn Nets were one of the best covering teams in the league, and then now I look up and they're playing the Pelicans, who are 18-15, and the Nets are 18-14-1. So they're the same fucking record. They're both covering. The Pelicans seem to be covering a lot of games. When I go back and I look at the Celtics are 15-15-2 against the spread. Right. And then I look at the Thunder, and the Thunder are 23-8.
Right.
So I mean, fuck, man. They pretty much, when they win a game, when the Thunder win, they cover. That's pretty much how they got it set up right now. Right. They're 22-9 on the season. They're 22-8 against the spread. So I mean, that just tells you that they're getting it, and they're getting overs. And then you look at the total. The total in the Nets game is 18-15 on the over. Pelicans tend to go, they're about even, 16-17. But this is just a tough game all the way around the board. But I don't know, man. That's going to be another good game. Another good game.
Those key stats on that game, if you listen to that information from Lucky Larry and the team, you should have a little help in making your decision on what to bet in that game.
Yeah.
And we're going to move on to the next game we have on tap tonight. That's brought to you by Top Bet Plays. And we're looking at the Warriors versus the Magic. Right now, they have the Magic. No, they have the Warriors -3.5, and the over is 231.5.
All hail the Magic. Because the Magic is, let me say it for you guys one more time, the #1 betting team in the NBA to cover against the spread is the Orlando Magic.
Yes, Lord.
They are the #1.
Amen.
They're the #1 betting team.
Take them to church.
In the league. They don't fuck around. They go get the money. They're +3 against Golden State. The Magic are 22-10 against the spread. I mean, that's saying a lot.
22-10. That's pretty damn good.
They're not fucking around. They're covering everything, baby. You know what I'm saying?
So how you feel about Paolo?
I think he's balling. I think that's another young, good team. I think they play good at home. This will be interesting to see them on the road. This is a young golden. I know we can't never compare, these teams to the Golden States of the past because those guys really ran. But these guys are. When I say they're similar, then I don't want to say that either. I just feel like they
up and coming good.
Up and coming good is what I was saying.
A lot of potential.
Cole Anthony, Paolo. I mean, listen, they go out and ball out, and nobody's paying attention to Orlando. Nobody.
And Paolo's averaging 21, 7, and 4 assists. So I mean, he's doing a lot of work.
Yeah,
this is
a ton of work.
This is a Duke player who's doing this out here, and they still got this kid Marquez Fultz on the team for the Magic. I don't know what's going on with him. Is he just collecting checks all around?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that name in a while.
He's on the roster, but
you got anything on that game?
Nothing on that.
Nothing. Nope. Quick note.
Nothing on my Warriors. Well, the Warriors are. You have to look out for the Warriors. They are a veteran team, and
at home.
We know that when the East Coast travels to the Western Conference, that shit happens. So you just got to keep an eye out.
That number's mighty. I thought that number would be a little bit higher. So that tells me that the Magic have a shot in this.
Well,
game.
it went down because it opened at 4.5.
Yeah, let's not sleep on hockey now. We got to brush up on our hockey.
And it's 3.5.
Hockey. You got something on hockey? You got on tap?
Nope.
Do you know?
I watched a couple games though. Today teams were up yesterday 2-0, 3-0, and they lost.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like hockey. 2-0, 3-0 should be a win in hockey.
That's why you play 3 periods.
Hey, but in all fairness, Dino, if you're gonna go with that motto, that mindset,
that's like the 20-point lead in the NBA.
That's like the 20-point lead in the NBA, and they fucking lose. So you gotta get. Hey, I fuck with hockey. I don't got a problem with hockey. It's some nice bets out there. The only thing to me about hockey is the money on the lay is just the money line money is just too much sometimes.
Correct.
-180, -270.
You just don't get 110s.
Yeah, you don't. And if you do, it's a bad bet. Correct. So I'm gonna give you that free game. And that's about it.
Yeah.
And what I like to say congratulations to Lamar Jackson. He's taking the week off, he said. I wonder if he's going to go on vacation. He's not going to play this week.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
he gonna go.
He'll be somewhere, right?
He's gonna be there with his team. He ain't going. He's not going to just leave his team.
I know, but he's taking the day off. He ain't going to be playing.
Yeah, no, he'll be with his team.
They giving him the time off. They know they like go ahead, get yourself get pampered, rubbed on. You know what I'm saying? Get you something good to eat.
I don't know how I feel about those. I feel like fuck that. You paid to play. Get out there and fucking play. And you know.
Well, they're saving it for the playoffs.
Would you want to risk him for?
Man, play the fucking game
to the Super Bowl
and don't break momentum. You kicking everybody ass. Let's not stop kicking everybody ass.
Well,
did Brady take off?
Remember that happened.
Did Brady take off?
But remember that happened a couple years ago when a team was going for undefeated.
Brady came out some games.
No, it was not Brady. It was their Manning, and they pulled him out because they made the playoffs, and everybody was like, man, you were going to be the undefeated season. And he's like, well, yeah, but the coach goes, no, winning the Super Bowl in the playoffs is more important to us than an undefeated season.
And then
they didn't win, but they won that. I think they won that year. Yeah. Actually, Peyton Manning won that year.
On the flip
Tom
side,
Brady never came out.
Listen, right. But on the flip side of that, Lamar Jackson ain't Tom Brady. He runs, so they don't want to risk him getting hurt and play. And Tom Brady came out games where they were up and they were going to the playoffs, and they pulled him in half and all that type stuff. But Brady came out sometimes.
But if you're undefeated, now here's the thing: if you're undefeated, you're going for that record that's only been hit once. Do you pull your starter out once you make the playoffs, or do you try to get that undefeated?
Yeah, because winning the Super Bowl is more important than being undefeated.
Well, listen, I don't know. Being undefeated
they're gonna have the number. They're gonna have a bye.
The championship is the most important thing.
They're gonna have a bye. They're gonna have a fucking bye. They're gonna have a week off to rest. Yeah. And that bye hurts sometimes. Correct. I don't care what they say. That bye fucking hurts sometimes.
I think you go for the undefeated season if it's in reach.
Nah, you go for the win. You go for the Super Bowl.
I go for the undefeated season.
And the Ravens, they got a bye, so everyone to get a little bit healthier. They don't want the quarterback to get injured, of course, because they know if something happens to him, it's over.
I know it's funny, those teams.
It's insurance.
They pull all the starters out, they still win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, listen, we want to wish you guys a happy new year, man. Make sure you check out Top Bet Plays. I want to thank you guys for subscribing. And Dino Dollars has been on fire. Let's keep everything going.
Let's keep it rolling.
Sportsbook B. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it up to you, and let's get out of here.
Happy holidays. Top Bet Plays. Catch us on all platforms. We'll leave y'all with our motto: don't bet with your heart, bet with your mind. And we'll see you at the window.
Yeah. Yep. It's lonely. It's real lonely. And it can get real lonely at the top. That's why I bring my friends along. You know, there's an old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Top Bet Plays.